Go give me some lube.
About to lube it up?
Yeah, dude. What are you looking at?
Oh, whatever you're doing.
You just put it in the hole, screw it in. Screw it in the hole.
Is that it? Are you about to like be done?
I'm about to be halfway done. This is the easiest flare job ever.
So if you haven't guessed by now, we are flaring brake lines right now for Ronnie's new
Car parts?
Ronnie's new car parts. Anyways, Ronnie's putting a hydro handbrake into his truck. So, hey, can I show him this?
Yeah.
Check this out. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. I'm going to climb in here and check this fool out while Ronnie's over there doing work. Oh. Dang, look at that. Nice. So Ronnie got this handle off of Amazon? Off of Amazon. He got the... Did it come with the master cylinder and everything?
It came with a master cylinder.
But it didn't come with the Willwood master cylinder. Right. Okay, so Ronnie got it. It came with a different master cylinder. How much was this off Amazon?
40 bucks?
40 bucks for the handle and the master cylinder?
No.
Or the Willwood master cylinder was 40 bucks?
The Willwood master cylinder was $50.
Okay, so the Willwood master cylinder was $50. The handle and the other master cylinder was $40. I think Ronnie read online that this other master cylinder is not the one to use. Where is it? Oh, was it? Oh, he read that it wasn't the one to use, so he bought a Willwood one. A Willwood one for 50 bucks, and he put them together, and you got a daggum $90 hydro e-brake handle.
Yeah.
Dope.
It was 111 with this.
111 bucks with this stuff.
And it came
brake line.
with all these fittings.
Did it really?
Yeah.
That's a lot of fittings. I mean, it didn't come with this welding stuff.
No, it came with that.
That's nice.
Look at this flare, dude.
Dang. It's a pretty good flare. Let me see if I can get it to focus on this flare.
Dude, it's not a pretty
Focus
good flare.
on my hand. Dude, that's like a factory flare.
That's what I'm saying.
That's great
The
looking.
tool's amazing.
Holy moly. Look at that tool. Another Amazon purchase. And it took him all of 3 minutes to make that flare.
Yeah, it's quick. Like, it's quick, and because you get to use a ratchet, like it's easy. Instead of trying to use like your stupid little handle and your dumb flaring garbage. And
Ronnie has some dumb flaring garbage somewhere over here.
It's 1,000 times better of a flare.
Awesome.
You can actually use it. So anyways, that's that. What we're going to do, we're going to start from the back and run the back up and into the truck and into the handbrake.
Okay, where were we going to run it up? Through the floor?
Yeah, I already got 2 holes drilled next to the passenger seat. And then once that's done, if we have enough line, we'll remake this line properly.
Okay.
So we're going to leave this one for now. Start there, come this way, and then restart if needed.
Okay, and we're coming up. We're coming up from that T that's on the axle.
Yeah.
So this is where we're starting right here. From this T right here.
Right here.
Okay, there's a line coming off the T already. So we're gonna go into this.
We're gonna weld this
Take it up
here.
front.
Somewhere.
Hey Levi, you're on candid camera.
What's up, dude? Oh, let me see.
You got hurt. Oh. Prepare for many more injuries in the garage, especially if you're working with me and your dad. We'll probably set you on fire at some point.
Beau's the worst.
I am. I get injured a lot in here.
Anyways, we gotta weld this up somewhere. Maybe like over here.
Yeah.
Just out of the way. And then we'll have the line that'll run along the frame rail.
So maybe 6 or 7 feet of line to the master.
Yeah.
And then
Here, can you reach across and open this door?
yeah.
I'll open the window down so that we can actually open the door. So here's my holes.
Oh, hey, holes.
And it's going to come up. I'm going to put a coupler here, either just underneath, and then it'll bend up and out, or it'll come through and there'll be a coupler here. That way we don't have to worry about trying to make this piece attached to that piece. So
Okay.
it's two separate, easy to do.
Right on.
Yeah, and that's just a rubber line again.
And it goes to the master. Nice.
Yep, so this will go to the front, this one will, and my plan is to have it in the hole like that,
Okay.
and it'll attach down underneath, and that goes to the front of the truck, and so this line, and then the other one will go to the back, and it'll go to the front of this master.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Awesome. Here, grab this camera. Show them this seating position in here with this hydro, dude. Of course, I'm short, so I can barely get the clutch to the floor right here, but man, this is right on. Shifter's right here.
I think it looks pretty good.
Brakes right there. Yeah, dude.
I don't know, we'll see. If it's gotta get moved, we'll move it.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this for mine.
Let's do it, dude.
I'm definitely doing this for mine. Just to have it, 'cause it's pretty and it's and it's neat. I'll definitely use it.
Get up there, dude.
Here, hop up here, riding partner.
Levi loves riding in the trucks and stuff.
Saddle up, partner.
Here, I'll help you, buddy.
There we go. Me and Levi are ready to ride. He's in his bucket.
I know you're all wet. You're playing in the water, dude.
That's kids. That's kids in a nutshell right there. I want in. As soon as I get in, I want out. Alright, what's up?
So I split this down the middle here, and then I used a piece of this underneath the truck, and that's what this is mounted to.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
pretty solid. I only have 2 bolts holding it in, and it seems like it's pretty good.
Yeah, seems pretty solid.
So
We'll see how solid it is when you're yanking on it
Yeah.
on track.
yeah, exactly. Like we'll see, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can. It's held in by almost 1/4 inch steel, so it should be pretty good. It's the side to side that's a little wonky.
Yeah, right on.
But I took this, and then I welded nuts in, and just bolted it down. Good to go.
Nice. Nice, dude.
So, easy peasy. This is the master that it came with.
Oh, right on. Which is funny because it looks exactly like the Willwood Master
Yeah.
almost.
The threads are different here, though.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, I think this one was the same, but this one was different. I don't know. I can't remember, but it was a little bit different. This thread was also different, so I had to tap this to my threads.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's that.
Well, let's get this thing moving.
All right.
So we took the line that comes out of the T right here. It just kind of curves up and around and brought it right up to the frame here, the frame rail. We got it tacked on. It's good and solid. Alright, let's see here. We're gonna
Yeah,
screw
look
it
at
in. And we're bringing it down here. What are you going to do right there? Is that where you're going to attach it to the...
I'm gonna bend it up so it can run up here.
Oh, okay. Alright. There we are. Got our first brake line made. This one's going from the T in the rear to the master cylinder. To the rubber line coming out of the master
No,
cylinder.
no, no, not to the rubber line. This one's going to a hard line. We're gonna put this coupler here.
The rubber line to the master cylinder, does that go to the front?
That goes to the front.
Oh, okay.
And then this will go
Probably hot though.
here. And I don't know, we need to make some sort of like movement relief in this.
Okay.
So the factory does like 3 loops, but maybe we just do 1 loop. I don't know. Trying to use that thing's hard.
Yeah, we're using this thing right here to bend the tubing. And, I mean, it's working. I can't say that it's not working, because it is working, but it's taken us a bit to figure this out, this thing. It's like it's missing a larger piece. Like, this is part of it, and like, this stand would be part of it. Or that vise would be part of it, you know? But I don't know. It's working okay.
But then we'll make some stress relief, and then it'll just go to the master. And then the rubber line from the master will go to the front.
Oh, right on, right on. We have the back line all in. Now we're trying to make this awkward line between the master cylinder and the line we made coming from the back. And we had to put this little weird little loop in it right here, you know, to basically keep it from busting if there's any movement. Where's the other line we're going to? Right there? Oh, that's not far. That actually is going to work out pretty good. It's going to look hilarious in the car, though, having that little loop there.
Yeah, I might try and find a rubber line to go here.
Oh, all right.
Eventually, or like a steel braided brake line.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea.
A little bit later.
That's not a bad idea, but we're already losing light out here.
Hey, can you hand me that little crescent? No.
Yeah. Look at this tiny crescent wrench. It's so tiny. Dude, this is the coolest brake line I've ever seen.
It's pretty weird.
Yeah, it's pretty rad.
I don't know if it's actually gonna keep from cracking or not.
I hope so.
We'll definitely replace this with a braided brake line. We'll have to go to Merle's and see if they can't make us some.
Yeah, I bet they can. They made my steering line for the RX-7.
So I think what we'll do is we'll build just we'll take this piece and we'll cut it here and put a flare there, and then brake line here, brake line to the other side.
Right on.
Done.
Dunzos.
Should be easy enough.
All right, let's put her in.
Let's see if it fits.
So I'm awake. I just woke up and Rick came over to Ronnie's because I slept late today. I work mid shift, like overnight, so I usually wake up and come over here and shoot if we need to shoot, or I'll wake up and play Apex if we need to play Apex. So that's what happens.
That's what we need to do today.
We need to play Apex instead of work on the truck.
I played 2 games. I already got a win today. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
I'm on a cook right now.
So what have you been doing?
I fastened the rear line.
To where?
So I just put a fastener here,
Oh, okay.
and then I put one up under here. So it seems pretty good.
This is what we did last time. We freaking welded this on, and then we made this line. So that's nice and secure looking.
Yeah, so
runs up under
looks
there.
pretty good. Not gonna rub on anything.
Let's see over here. What? That's your little air gun, dude. Get up under here and see where we get a shot of these holes where we stuck it up to the bottom. Let's see. Alright, here's where we went up in, right there. And what are you going to do with these holes?
I'm gonna look for a grommet that fits it,
Yeah.
but more than likely I'm gonna take vacuum line and split it, and then put it around it and glue it on with like RTV or something.
Okay, to make a grommet.
Yeah.
Either or, that works.
Yeah.
So, we're right in the middle of making our last line. It's basically just the line that goes from the factory, this stock line right here that comes from the master cylinder, goes up and across and down, and it's going to go back to the feed on the hydraulic handbrake. This whole project probably, I don't know, is like a 2-hour project. If you know what you're doing, you have the appropriate tools. We had to stop once and I think go to Harbor Freight, and we had to stop once because Ronnie had to order a different flaring kit. We had to stop once because it got dark and because I have to go to work, that sort of thing. But we're getting there. We are getting there.
We should have been in after apparently.
We ready? Almost. We just got a flare. Ronnie's working in close quarters down here. What we've decided we're going to do, we're going to run this line. You can see it right through there where we're running the line. And he's going to attach one of those little holder, what do you call those? Line holders, or because that's exactly what they are. But he's going to attach one right there in the transmission tunnel. Hopefully it'll stay out of the way so the transmission won't get up on it. But we got it bent, we got it in place. We just pretty much have to attach it. Alright, so this is where we're at. We got our 2 lines running through. Ronnie still needs to make a grommet for this right here so this doesn't rub. He's going to try to figure a way to attach this metal piece to the chassis so that it stays pretty solid. But everything looks pretty good. It looks a lot cleaner than I thought it was going to look. When it, I don't know what I thought, if it was going to look like a bowl of spaghetti or something, but it looks pretty clean. I like it.
Not terrible, huh?
No, not at all. Not at all.
So, I'm going to try it. I'm going to bend that like that.
Yeah, right on.
Cool.
I like pulling the lever. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to, well, I mean, we're pretty much done, right?
Yeah, the only thing that has to be done now is bleed it, but we're not going to do that right now.
Okay. And then we also have to, we attach the, where are those heads of the screws? There's one right there.
Yeah, there's one here and there's one here.
Yeah. We got the heads of these screws poking through, and that was for the line holders that we put on the transmission tunnel. What we're going to do, we're either going to grind those heads down, or Ronnie said you might go back with a bolt, a nut and bolt type thing.
Yeah, because I don't know, like, if I grind these down, if they're just going to end up falling out, you know?
Oh,
so
good point.
So I think I'll do a nut and a bolt in there and just Loctite it or get a nylon lock nut or whatever.
That's a much better idea.
So.
That's a much better idea. Okay, so what we're going to do now...
Oh,
wait, I'm interrupting him. It doesn't matter.
For this thing?
Can I make a what?
A stop. So
oh,
you
a
can
stop.
use
Okay.
this as like a handbrake.
Oh, right on.
Because I want to get rid of this eventually so that I can tuck my exhaust up where that line runs. So
oh, okay.
Because I constantly break the V-band clamps.
Do you know where this stop needs to go?
No, no idea. We'll have to get it all pumped up and then see where it locks it up.
Okay. Well, we need to bleed, and we need to make that stop, and we need to go with nuts and bolts on the line holders, and we need to grommet that hole. Those are little things that we need to do to kind of button this up. But I think right now what we're going to do is go back through and show y'all exactly what we did with what stock parts and what aftermarket parts, just to make sure there's no confusion about how we did this.
Yeah.
Action!
So, first thing we had to do was figure out where these 2 lines went. So this is the rear line, and this is the front line. So this front line comes down and goes to this T right here,
Okay.
which runs to this caliper
Right.
right here. The other one comes up and goes across, and it went originally to this stupid 5-way T.
My
right
goodness.
here, and it was bolted right here.
Okay.
So it went to that. We ended up taking the line off, and we ran it straight to this caliper.
Okay.
So that's where that line went. We had to stretch it a little bit, whatever.
Right.
We're going to have to move it because it's rubbing on the clutch line, but we'll get it figured out. Then we just took the 2 lines that came off the back and we sheared them off because Justin couldn't get them loose. And what we ended up doing was running this line, which is the rear line.
Okay.
So the front line here
Right.
is this line here.
Okay.
And we made a new line and we ran it right here.
That's the line that we just made.
Yep.
We attached it to the trans tunnel,
Yep.
and then it went back up in the cab
Yep.
to the
Rubber line here.
rubber line.
And this is some factory line. I don't know what it goes to. I just went to the local parts store and I was like, hey, I need to make something fit this master.
Oh, okay.
And this
Well,
is
that's
what
nice.
they gave me.
Okay.
So bought that. That goes there. This Willwood Master came with this adapter that fits my fitting that I bought.
Right.
And then this line goes here to this coupler. And we just did that so that we didn't have to try and make this crazy line right here.
Yeah. Right on.
It would be better to use a steel braided brake line or another rubber brake line like this,
Yeah.
which I'm going to try to get eventually.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
So,
Then we came down out of the bottom of the cab, and we just turned it and came straight back here. And now this is important. When we're running these things, you have to attach these so they don't move too much. Because if they move, they're going to rub on other things, and I can't even stress how important that is. I mean, if something rubs on a frame rail or something like that for 10, 20 miles, it's going to rub a hole in it. And then you're not going to have any brake pressure. Levi, are you trying to do this tutorial? Is that what you're trying to do? Blondie McGee?
So what we did after that, this is the factory mount, and it was mounted on the cross member that went right here.
Oh, right. There was a cross member that we cut off right here.
Yeah, and we cut it off, and we ended up welding it here because it's kind of tucked up out of the way. So we welded it there, and then we just have this rubber line that goes to our T. This is the factory line. We had to zip tie it over because our coilover is going to be in the way. It's going to run like this. We may end up having to move this around a little bit.
Yeah, this is the factory spot for this T, right?
Yes.
Okay,
so we may end up having to cut it off and move it up.
Yeah,
further.
Because our coilover comes right down. On this side, our coilover comes right down about there. And it looks like it's going to be
Barely
like
miss it.
outboard of the T, but it's just going to barely miss it. And we just don't want things that close.
Yeah.
So we'll probably end up moving that T a little bit.
So we'll probably have to move that, but that's it. It's pretty simple. It really simplifies everything. You know, you have the stupid load sensing valve back here, and you have the 2 lines and then the other line and all that garbage, and this just gets rid of everything.
Yeah.
One thing you will want to do is to put in a proportioning valve. You can get them off Summit. They're like $30 or $40.
Hey, Levi. We're trying to shoot some video.
Or you can be super cool and you can spend like $50 and you can get one that's hooked up on a solenoid. And then your cool switch panel, you can put a line lock. So it just completely opens the rear and all your brakes go to the front, so you can do fat, nasty burnouts. Hint, hint, what we might be doing.
Right on.
But yeah, you want to get a proportioning valve. That way you don't like have too much brake going to the rear and you lock it up. As soon as you touch the brakes, anything like that, it will give you the opportunity to adjust it so you can be safe.
Right. If you're daily driving, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, even if you're going to the track, because the thing is, if you're going to the track and you're trying to left foot brake through the middle of a drift and you're locking up your rear tires and not braking the front tires much, like, or if you're trying to autocross and you're constantly locking up your rears, that's, you know, I would just put a proportional valve in.
Bowser, you're super loud. Go on.
That's my tank.
Yeah, dude. So when you got rid of that 5-way valve up front, it got rid of 2 valves that came back to that weird
2 fittings, yeah.
It came back to that, what was that thing called?
The load sensing.
The load sensing valve. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Cool,
so we
cool.
got rid of that. Got rid of all the lines that went to it. So basically we have one half of the master doing the front, the other half of the master doing the rear, both with their own separate lines, no crazy bull crap.
Nice. We took like 3 days to do this, but if you have the tools and you have the materials and everything, it shouldn't take but a couple hours to do this if you just stay on task. We have a problem staying on task because we got drift events to hit, we got other things to shoot, we got I don't know, we got Apex to play, we got all that. So this is actually pretty easy. So if you're trying to put a hydro handbrake in your hard body, this is a pretty simple way to do it.
Yeah, it's not bad. The biggest thing, like he said, is having the right tools. Like, that's the biggest thing. So, come here.
Dang, I'm so distracted by this beautiful local loser sticker right here. Dang, look at that. So pretty. Anyways, Ronnie needs us over here.
Hi.
Hello.
So, basically get the right tools. This is probably the cheapest, best double flare tool that you can get, and you are going to want to make double flares, not single flares.
You got that on Amazon.
Don't use this thing.
Dude, that thing is so crazy for bending. It's just weird.
Yeah,
It's awkward.
At Harbor Freight, they make one that like has a handle, and you just like stick your rod in there, and you boop to whatever you want. It has like a little
Gauge.
and everything.
Yeah, a little protractor.
Buy one of those.
Nice, dude. Nice.
I'll link this down in the description. It's really good, and it's probably the cheapest way that you can make good.
Once again, Amazon, sponsor us.
But yeah, I think that's about it. This is the best tool for this.
Right on.
Yeah, we went through what three flare kits.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was terrible.
That's twice now that I've been over here and haven't used the air at all, and for no reason the compressor just cut on. Were you using air earlier or something?
Yesterday.
Oh, that's right. With
I
that
always
truck.
forget to take it out to turn it off because it's off, like it's not on. So I'm like, oh, it must be on. No, it's not. Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, that's it. That's it. That's hydro handbrake 101 for the hard body.
If you guys have any questions, let us know.
Please let us
If you need
know.
to go more in depth, we can do that as
If
well.
you haven't noticed, we respond to all of our comments and questions down below. So,
Even if they don't make sense to us.
and if you're seeing this and you're not subscribed to our channel, subscribe to our channel. That's it.
Basically, if you don't chew Big Red.
Exactly. We're gonna bring the Jack Hawk 9000 to see you. Anyway, we're out.
See you guys.